with Kevin Korn from Hardcore Entertainment. He's one of the young comedians, I guess like the young generation that's happening out here in the Portland area, producing shows. And I'd like to welcome to the show, Kevin.
Hey, thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Great, great. So now you started off doing stand-up?
Yes, yeah, I started back in college. I just happened to be, my dorm room was actually just right across the street from the Tempe Improv, so it just kind of worked out.
Wow. So you went up and like had your friends show up and
Yeah, well, I mean, it was the closest bar,
Uh-huh.
and it was cheap drinks and free entertainment. And then once I found out I could start drinking for free if I provided the entertainment, it just went from there.
Right. So it's all about the alcohol, right?
It was all about the free drinks. It was me being a broke college student and needing the drinks. Yeah.
It's too bad that we can't have like cannabis bars that we can do that at. You know,
Right.
it's like well, if you're the entertainment, you get like free joints and like because you bring more business to it.
Well, we have the cannabis cafe here, and they do that.
Well, I know.
That's okay, they do
I
do
know
that.
that. Yeah, they do that. They give you like a little gift for performing there. I
Right.
love the Cannabis Cafe. I performed there once too.
Nice.
I'm hoping to go back and broadcast out of there
Yeah,
as
most
well.
definitely.
Yeah, because we're actually opening a Cannabis Cafe in Pasadena too. So that's kind of under the same guise. I don't know if they're going to be giving away free joints to the
Right.
but I'm going to broadcast it over there, and I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to get some joints.
Right.
I mean, the one good thing about doing this particular type of work is like marijuana just finds you. I think it's karma, right?
It's definitely
yeah, it's
karma.
like-
It goes full circle.
It goes full circle. It's like, so you started out. So you started also booking these shows.
Yeah, I actually quit doing stand-up comedy about a year and a half ago
Mm-hmm.
locally when I moved back to Portland. It was just, the market was, there was so many comics here, but nobody was really doing anything with it. So I decided to take it a different direction and start booking out venues and putting together shows so they could get stage time. When I got out here, all these comics were working for free. Now I'm at least trying to get them paid and some alcohol. The least.
Yeah, that's always good.
Right? Gotta get
It's,
some.
some clubs don't even give you like free drinks anymore.
No.
I mean, and then we have to like bring people in
The bringer
to
shows.
be able to like the bringer shows and like and I'm like, but wait, where's my free drink?
Last
Where's
time
my
I was in
drink
New
ticket?
York, I went to an open mic, and you paid $1 per minute per stage time. If you wanted 10 minutes, you gave them $10. You were paying the club for your stage time. That was just like, that's ridiculous.
I feel that we get. I mean, to me, I feel like we get treated. We're abused in many ways. They don't respect comedy as the art form that it needs to be respected as,
Right.
and I feel that a lot of the club owners are really into they're selling beer and they're looking at their dollar, their bottom line, and we are so excited just to be going up and doing like, oh my god, you mean you really like me, and then we forget that hey, I'm not making any money for what I'm doing too as well and
Right.
generating that, so it's been my problem.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, so you went the other route. Now, I wanted to bring up the fact that you were a medical marijuana patient.
Yes.
And how long were you a patient?
About 2 years.
Uh-huh. And so, and then you had you told me that you...
I got my first DUI
Okay.
here in the state of Oregon, and one of the very first things they did was strip me of my medical marijuana card.
I find that, I mean, this is really, that's why I wanted you to come on the show and talk about
Right.
this, too. Plus, we're going to shamelessly plug the comedy night that we're doing on September 1st. Where are we at again?
We're going to be at the Oak Grove Bar and Grill, otherwise known as the OGT.
Yes. So so I'm going to be there, and there's going to be a whole bunch of other people. Devin Monahan is going to be there.
Devin Monahan's going to be
Rico
there.
Starr.
Rico Starr. We have that dude, Donnie Johnson, fresh out of Vegas, and Scott Von Wald, and another local comedian, William Woodruff.
William Woodruff. So now, how do you feel? I'm getting back to the subject matter of the marijuana again. How do you feel about that? The fact that and I find that strange that they took your medical marijuana card, because I mean they wouldn't just say, hey, you know what? You have a DUI.
Yeah.
You take OxyContin because you have bone cancer. Oh, let me take that from you.
Right. I find it completely and utterly wrong, considering that the reasoning for them taking it was, now I have to do diversion and do this probation while I'm on diversion.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, while I'm on probation, it's a violation of my probation to commit a federal offense. So they're claiming, even though in the state, and I'm legally opted to have it, the state agrees and even gave me a prescription, says it's okay, because the federal government says it's still a no, I am therefore technically committing a federal offense, so therefore it is against the parameters of my probation. Now, to me, that's just totally absurd, considering that I'm not a felon and I didn't commit a felony crime. I committed a misdemeanor, so basically I'm being watched over by the same state who told me it was okay and took my money in the first place.
Yes.
For the taxation on it.
Okay, so that's a very good point. Again, there's the federal government. The evil federal government. Now, I don't know. I mean, I'm calling it evil. I mean, like, maybe that's... It feels evil. You know, it does. They
do, because they're everywhere but nowhere.
Yeah. So, wow. So
it was totally amazing to me that they actually did it, and actually took it away from me. And then I didn't understand that, because to me it was just like you said, if it was any other form of medication, they wouldn't be able to take it from you. I'm hyperintensive. I use that literally to calm and keep myself at bay. Ritalin, speed does not work for me. It just makes me even worse. So this is what I was prescribed. And this is what I've used, and I used it for years before, and finally did it legally, went the legal routes, and then for them to take it from me. It is just ridiculous. It's like, what if like you said, what if it was, I can go to that same doctor and I can get prescribed Valium, I can get Vicodin, I can get Percocet, I can get Oxy, and that's okay, but I can't have my pot.
Right.
And
those are more addictive.
More addictive, and they will kill your liver and kidney
Yeah.
functions. They will internally damage all of your organs with a quickness.
Yeah. So now I want to ask you about the taxes. You mentioned you paid some taxes. Is that with the health card that you have? That is so hyper today. That is why he is so hyper today. Oh,
yeah.
This is Rupert Decla wants to say that is why he is so hyper today. This is producer Rupert Decla. You'll never see his face, but he will make comments on the board every once in a while.
Yeah, I am hyper intensive along with a little ADD, so that's just natural for me. But they took away my medicine. So and I've been without it going on 7-8 months now. So
Wow.
I mean, I'm not without it.
So,
I'm just without the card.
Right, you're without the card.
I'm just
okay.
without the card. Hope my PO doesn't see this.
Right. Oh, we're laughing now.
We're laughing now. See you in jail in 2 weeks.
Great. But so one more thing. Now, did you have to pay for a medical marijuana card here? I mean, is there a fee that you pay?
Literally not only have to pay for the card, you have to pay the doctor to do a first visit. You pay. Then you see the doctor, the same doctor, like you go back like a few days later, to get the prescription, you pay him again. Then you have to take that paperwork to the county courthouse where you pay another fee. And depending on what you want, depends on what you pay. They have it set up a little differently. So if you want to start growing yourself, you get a grower's license, and that's a little bit more. If you say you already have a grower and you have a caretaker, it's a little bit less, but you pay on a yearly basis, and then you just update every year. And here's the thing, every year you have to update, but every year you have to go back and re-get that prescription from that doctor, so you got to pay those 2 payments to that doctor every year along with that fee to the courthouse.
So they weren't able to refund you on
yeah, you don't get refunded on it. They're like, we already got your money, sorry. Haha.
That's really sad. So, well, we're going to take a break here. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. Also, we want to plug the show again. Where can people see us at?
Come on down to the Oak Grove Bar and Grill in good old Oak Grove, Milwaukee, Portland, Oregon. We're going to have a great show. It's free, so there's no cover charge. You're going to be there.
I'm going to be there.
We got a great lineup. There's no reason not to come.
Great. And so thank you for coming in.